Kingdom of Pavement Playground.
Playground. This is the playground.
I can't do it. Okay.
All right.
We'll just start and go back to the
And
intro.
from one. Hi.
Hello.
Okay, before we start this interview, which we're starting this interview, we need to talk about your shirt. Can we just talk about your shirt for like 10 minutes?
You can talk about whatever you want to talk
What is on your shirt, Will? Will C., musician, incredible human, best dressed, constantly at our open mic nights. What is on your shirt?
I actually don't know.
It's two snakes.
There's two snakes.
Which
At least.
I did
That
not
we
notice.
see.
I thought they were flowers, and then I noticed they were
see,
snakes.
the snakes are hidden in the...
It feels like I can't trust your shirt. Feels like your shirt is
Ready for your shirt to
dad.
move.
I'm ready
No,
for
I'm
your
ready-
shirt to go out for a pack of cigarettes and never come back. This is pretty typical.
That went into a very interesting place. But aside from your shirt is just as incredible as your music ability, and that
Thank you.
was my phone. Will, let's talk to you. Aside from your incredible fashion choices, let's talk to you about what we actually brought you here to talk about, which is the fact that you're an incredible performer, an incredible singer-songwriter, and you're still
Why is it always me? He looks at me and he starts laughing.
I just
should ask
don't
the
take, I don't take compliments very well.
Okay, we're not gonna
So it's
compliment you.
kinda
Will, you're the
awkward,
worst.
But, I appreciate it. But thank you.
Do you want us to ask about the Merce instead?
If that's what you want to do.
It's just amazing, and your friend made it. And
You called it
Thank you.
immersed.
Yes.
Okay.
Immerse.
Yeah.
Immerse.
Yes, my friend did make it.
Yeah.
The brand is called Face Clean.
Face clean.
It's like FVCE.clean.
Nice.
If you want to look it
Cool,
up on
cool.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
but maybe we shouldn't talk about someone else during your interview. All right, wiping the slate clean.
Forget
Let's
about
start
that.
from the top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Hi, Will.
All of this has to go in the interview.
This is all
Hi,
going in the
Wilsie.
interview.
Okay, great. Well, hello, hello,
Hi.
Flannery. It's nice
Will
to meet
is
you.
amazing. He's a singer, songwriter, performer, and he is also one of us here at Kingdom of Pavement. He is our
Integral part of our team.
integral part of our team. I was about to say our sound designer, but that's not true.
You
There's
do
so much more that you do.
Everything.
Yeah, and we are here today with him at our Pavement Playground, where we are interviewing some phenomenal artists who cannot stop laughing at my face.
Will is having too much fun.
We're having a lot of fun.
It's a playground. We're all in a sandbox, and like we're
Amy
trying
and I
to
are really
give
fixated
Will
on Will's
I
shirt.
think we should just
toy.
get to the questions.
Will's shirt is just the best thing I've ever seen. I'm that snake and you're that
That's just
snake.
getting even more insane. Okay, well, I'm really flattered.
About the shirt?
Thank you so much. I'm so glad.
Will,
to
how
be
about you talk to
included.
us a little about your origin story for how you came to our first open mic night, and kind of talk a little bit about your experiences as an artist and how you kind of got involved with Kingdom of Pavement and have like spent the last few months with us.
Yeah, so I met Flannery through a mutual friend because we went to the same school, and we actually did a show together 2 Christmases ago. And then I guess I made an impression because Flannery called me for, I think, the third
The second open mic, I
second
think.
open mic.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you want to come perform? And so I came to perform, and I saw that I could help out in a lot of ways with sound and...
Because our sound was bad.
Yes, your
Yeah,
sound
we
was
were
terrible.
growing pains.
Garbage.
Okay, you
So I
two.
realized I could help out, and I just kind of just started helping out, and you guys were like, we like this. So I've been helping you guys since, and I really appreciate the opportunity. And yeah, pretty much I get to play at every single one of the events now, which is really great. It's been really great to just have a platform to share my work. And yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about let's kind of rewind a little bit before you were better dressed than us. How did you
I've always been better dressed.
we will
We're in
we
all
will edit that
black.
out.
This is the hipster icon.
Yes.
right now.
So let's rewind and talk a little bit about how you got into music and like when you really knew that you were a musician.
So I really believe that I was just meant to be a musician. Like I believe it's part of my life's purpose. I think I've always known, like in my subconscious or in my soul, if you will, because my parents said as a baby they would play music, and like when I could crawl, like I would just, or even before that, I would just sway to the music. So I've just always loved it, and it's always been a part of my life. before I remember too, I asked my mother to play the violin, and she thought I was too young, so she didn't let me. And then I forgot about it and asked her again when I was 5, and then she said, okay, but you have to start with the piano. And then from there, I ended up playing the violin anyways, and then picked up the guitar, and then started songwriting, learning recording, and all of that good stuff. And I just think it's just like, it's just always been a part of me. I think when I really realized that I wanted to do it for the rest of my life, like professionally, would have to be 8th grade, middle school. After I picked up the guitar, I just had this, I don't know, vision, I guess, of being a rock star. I just wanted to, it just felt, I just could feel that that was what I wanted to be. And it's kind of funny because my mom told me growing up, she said, there are 3 things I don't want you to ever do, and that's to be a lawyer, a politician, or a rock star. And yeah, I picked rock star.
That's a young age to have that vision for yourself. Perhaps not. I experienced that moment much later in life. Mm-hmm. But I have a question. So when you're that young and you're saying, I want to be a rock star, how does that pan out in your adult life? How do you make those steps to more of like a, not practical, but how do you find the way that you want to be a rock star in this world and in your career right now?
So that was kind of the big struggle for most, like, I guess it's been 12 years now since I've made that decision. And, you know, I had no idea how I would accomplish that. So I went through a lot of different experiences. You know, I've had several different bands. I've entertained the idea of having a record label several times. I started my own blog at one point, promoting just different art. And I've played live shows, tried the whole social media game. And, you know, I think I still haven't really figured out exactly what it means to, or exactly how to get my music out there and gain a following or whatever it really is. But through this whole journey of trying to figure out, I've really kind of just realized that who I am, like inside, is, I think, just the right person for this calling, I guess, if you will.
Will, I really want to know the story behind one of the songs that you're bringing to play in our live show today.
Yeah, so the last song that I'll be playing is a true story, pretty much. It's about one of my previous relationships, and I was dating this girl from Dubai, and she graduated and was trying to get a job in the States but was not able to. So we kind of saw this coming and knew that she may have to leave, and because we'd already had experience doing long distance, we knew it wasn't going to work. So before we really knew that this was going to happen, I started writing this song, and then then she ended up having to leave. So I remember I played the song for her actually the day that she left, and it's about that whole experience. So it's a little hard not to get emotional when I play it because it just puts me back in that place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And what do you want people to take away from your songs when they hear them?
I really just want people to relate and to really listen and to maybe make their own interpretations. I feel like most of the music that we have nowadays is kind of like you put it on in the background and you don't really pay attention, and it kind of just sets a vibe. But I'm really trying to convey something to you through my songs. I'm really trying to say something or make you feel something, and so that's what I want.
We'll see. Transcending the vibe. I wrote your tagline.
More than the vibe.
More than the vibe.
More than the
vibe plus.
Yes.
That brings me, no, I'm curious because, you know, we live in LA and it's such a specific music scene. How do you feel about the LA music scene?
I hate it.
Easy.
I kind of think that it's not just LA though. I think that the music scene in general is really bad. And I think it's because we have a lot of, like, everybody is able to make music now. And that is kind of a good thing because it gives voices to people who don't have the resource to do it. But I don't necessarily think that everybody really should. And I think that what's missing from people that shouldn't is that they don't really have real love for music. And I think that that's important because I think a lot of people are doing this because they just think this will be an easy way to get famous or an easy way to get a lot of money. And that's really not what life is about at all. So that's why I think it's just terrible right now. Because
Well, that's why I like how you touched on, you decided you wanted to be a rock star, but then that transcends and that transforms as you get older and you enter this world as a professional. And then what deep dives you do as far as cultivating your own specific sound. And, I guess for any young musicians that are listening, what advice would you give them as far as going at this from like a practical way, but never losing that love for it?
I think that people are called to do specific things in this life. And so I think that you need to know yourself and learn about yourself to know if this is something that you're supposed to do. I don't think that you can force love. You can't force yourself to love anything. And so if you really have love for it, then you'll just do it no matter the circumstance, whether you're not making any money or if nobody is paying attention to you at all. You will still do it, and that's what it really takes to make it as a musician.
I was listening to a Tina Fey interview with Oprah the other day, and she was saying, I'm glad that I'm getting paid to do this now, but I would be doing it even if I didn't get paid. And I think that's
so
beautiful.
You need, yeah, exactly. I mean, you need to decide whether or not that's who you really are. Because if you're not, then you're gonna give up at the first hurdle. And it's never ending.
Yeah. And speaking of inspiration, who are some of your influences musically?
So everybody always asks this question, and I kind of hate this question because, well, I didn't know for a long time why I hated the question, but I spent a lot of time thinking about it yesterday because I knew you would ask me. And I think I don't like the question because I realized that music is not actually what influences me. I think life influences me, and music is kind of there, and just art in general is kind of there to help us understand what's happening in our life and help us to feel not so alone when we're going through things. And so I think that, yeah, I have like certain artists that I could list and say like these are ones that I related to and that I appreciate. But I can't say that those are the things that make me do what I do. Like I don't hear something from an artist and then copy that.
Right.
It's like I absorb that maybe, and then it might show up somewhere, but it's not like a conscious like thing. Like this thing made me do this. It's kind of like, and because that also when I write my songs, it doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen from hearing somebody else do something and then me doing my own thing. It happens from like something happening in my life and just needing to express it. Like when I wrote the song for my ex-girlfriend, this was like a terrible thing that happened, right? So it kind of just, to cope with the event, like I expressed it, and that was my way of maybe releasing that.
Yeah. And then other people can listen to that and find some stability in that and some hope and learn. So what is next for you?
What is next? Well, I really love what you guys have done with Kingdom of Pavement, and so I just want to continue to help and to grow this company so that more people can have a platform for their own art, and who knows?
You could continue to outdress us on a regular basis.
Make us look really dumb.
I think what we should probably do is go shopping.
Let's go
And then
shopping.
I'll dress you.
100%. Oh my God, that's my dream coming true.
Here,
all
I'll
I've
just
wanted.
trust Flannery right now.
Oh my God, I feel so
Well, thank you, Will, for joining us.
course.
We
And
love
the
you and
Kingdom of
appreciate
Pavement Playground at Aunt Bessie's. I'm gonna still say that, and I know you're gonna laugh at me, but I love it, and we're gonna stick with it.
This
That's
is
the name.
heavy.
It is heavy.
Oh
Heavy
my
is the
God,
head
is
that
this
holds the
real?
crown.
We love you. We are such a fan of your music. We're such a fan of you joining this community, and thank you for sitting down with us.
And we
today.
can't wait to hear you play some songs at our secret show, the Kingdom of Pavement secret show at the Kingdom of Pavement Playground.
You must with.
Where the crown on the Iron
That's why she
Throne.
said that. Okay.
Oh,
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, that looks
It
like
looks
it goes
better.
with your outfit.
It looks better on him than
It
all
really
of
does.
us.
It fits on your head. It
just-
didn't even
ugh.
fit on my head.